Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast with Emmy Hikins and Trevor
Gear. Okay, well, explain why do you think you're annoying them?
I don't know. There's certain things that I would say to somebody, close friends, close friends, not just anybody, close friends. I would say certain things, and they you know what, you're just so annoying. I'm thinking, well, I guess I am then.
Well, you accept at face value when they say, you really are annoying.
Yeah, they say in a funny way, in a joking way. So I suppose, but yeah, jokes apart, I think the number one thing that would make me unique, as with any other human being, would be the voice. It's very unique. I know that there are people that do sound alike. And I know there are people that can do a really good impression of other people. But I think if you take the voice, recorded it, and analyzed it, probably the wave or whatever, or the way that they said certain things, you'll be able to tell the voices apart. You know who's the real person with a voice. But yeah, I think the voice is one thing that's really, really unique. I don't think you can get anything more unique than the voice.
No.
But then scientists would probably disagree with that. They would say the fingerprint, which is what they do the DNA with, don't they? So the fingerprint is unique as well. Now, I don't know if, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if a set of twins would have different DNAs. I don't know, but
yeah, they have different fingerprints. Certainly.
Oh, do they? Oh, right. Okay.
Not sure about identical twins and DNA, but certainly fingerprints are not, to my knowledge, they're not the same.
All right, no. They're not the same. Yeah. So, but my thought process makes me unique as well. The way that I would look at certain things, because they're flawed. As with most humans, we've all got this flawed thought process. Not all the time, but obviously, that's why we make mistakes, because the thought process is not as perfect as it should be. So I think my thought process is really flawed, because certain times I would sit back and just analyze how I've handled a particular situation, and I would know that I really mucked it up, that sort of thing, and I would beat myself up. So yeah, uniqueness would come in the way the speech, the thought process. But then that could be worked on, couldn't it? Say, for instance, somebody in the MI5, for instance, the British intelligence, or somebody in the CIA. Well, we don't know much about the CIA, do we? But they have certain ways, or because they've sort of not self-taught, but they have something that most human beings don't have. It's not common to a lot of us. I was watching the 1% show. I like watching the 1% show on ITV. And sometimes, before you could even think of understanding the question, the time is up. But then there are people there that would actually get it correctly. And I think, wow, these people are geniuses. And then some of them in the next stage would then fail the next one. But then eventually, maybe a set of 3 or 4 people do manage to get to the final. And I sort of look at those people and I think they have something that I don't have. I might have something that they don't have, which is another uniqueness in itself, I think. So yeah, those I think it's the thought process, the way that we digest and process information, the way in our speech. I think those are the things that would make us unique, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you totally about those things. And the voice, although I think it's true to say sometimes you might hear somebody talking, or you might see someone on television and you think, oh, is that so-and-so? Is that, you might think I recognize a voice, say on an advert or something, and it may or may not be. So I think people can sound alike. And let's face it, as you mentioned about people who can do very good impressions, I suppose the most popular one is President Trump. I mean, people seem to get him and his mannerisms visually off to perfection. I mean, it could be him talking if you're just listening on the radio or something like that. So people are very clever to match that. But yeah, as you say, certain things do make us unique. I think another...
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.